Dozen polling locations in Sacramento County anyway. There will be some extra people on hand who usually are not there on this day. I'm talking about federal election observers with the Department of Justice. This is the first time that federal observers have been in Sacramento County in more than 15 years. Fox 40's Doug Johnson is live at Colonial Heights Library in South Sac with exactly what they're doing there. Doug.
Eric, more on those federal observers in just a moment, but I first want you to take a look at this long line here at Colonial Heights Public Library off Stockton Boulevard in South Sacramento. This line is getting longer by the minute. The folks here, some of them waiting as long as an hour, they're telling us, just to get in. Now, of course, that's to vote the old-fashioned way, where they come in and they vote, but a lot of people here are actually just dropping off their ballots, and some folks even registering to vote for the very first time today, and their votes are going to be counted. Now, those federal officials that we just mentioned, they're here in Sacramento County to make sure that voting locations have the correct language guides, but the county wants to make it clear this is a normal check and there's nothing to worry about. The Voters' Choice Act requires ballots come in more than just English.
At our vote centers, all of our language materials and ballots have to be available in at least English, Spanish, and Chinese.
That's why federal observers with the Justice Department are at 12 Sacramento County polling places.
So they're out there making sure that all of our vote centers are compliant, that voters can get the access to what they need.
Jenna Haynes is the communications director for Sacramento County voter registration. She says this is the first time federal observers have come to the county on an election day in at least 15 years.
We're fully compliant, so we're not worried about it.
Meanwhile, Haynes says county workers are being diligent to make sure all ballots are counted, even those with damage. These teams are sorting out the ballots with coffee stains and tears, which can't go through the counting machines.
The team over there is actually printing a new ballot and duplicating that ballot. The duplicated ballot is what runs through the tabulator, and then those stay together.
As for the federal observers, Haynes says average voters have nothing to worry about.
We don't want to scare voters away into thinking that there's something wrong, because there's not. They're there as oversight. We haven't done anything wrong. There weren't any complaints that brought them here. They're doing this in multiple locations, and so there's no concern on the voter part.
Again, back out here live, polls do close at 8 p.m., but even if you're not registered to vote, there is still time. I was talking about this earlier. For the first time in California, California is allowing for conditional voter registration today. Now, most counties, you actually have to go to the registrar's office and actually vote and register to vote there, and your ballot won't count until later. But here in Sacramento County, they're actually doing that at most polling places. So if you get to your local polling place, you can still register to vote. Closes at 8 o'clock, so a lot of people still have time to get down here and to register and then to vote. But as you can tell, when you do register to vote, it does take a lot longer, so you're getting longer lines. That might be one of the reasons we're seeing this. But again, we're timing people. It's taking them about an hour to wait in this line right now here in South Sacramento. Reporting live, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, thank you. And rideshare apps want to help